Now let's get to a real issue, all right, guys? We got something bigger. We got bigger fish to fry here because recently, well, I don't remember how it came up. A lot of things come up mysteriously around here, but the name, my famous the title that I love more than any in the entire history of the show we did, Cowboys and Ambien.
Cowboys and Ambien.
Good title, right?
Yep.
It sounds like Cowboys and Indians.
Right.
But it's not. And it's the title of some Let's Play we did. I forget even which it was. It's the one that got demonetized.
Yeah, Tonal Carnage.
Yeah.
And the only reason it was demonetized is because it has the word carnage in it.
I had to watch that one the other day, and just to confirm that, no, the phrase Cowboys and Ambien does not come up once.
By the way, I want to let you guys know. Update on that. Total Carnage, now monetizable.
Great. 5 whole cents coming in.
Yeah.
It's
Yep, they've desensitized to carnage.
Yep.
Okay, so but anyway, so I'm in love with that title a lot, and because it's a good title, it's funny, really summarizes a lot. And I recently got it in my head that what we need to do, our next big project, what'll really put us on the map, on the path to greatness. We need a drink. We need an alcoholic mixed drink called Cowboys and Ambien, and it's our job to reverse engineer, start with that name, and figure out what the ingredients are.
Right.
It was something like we were in chat, and I tried to look for where it came up, and it doesn't really seem to come up from anywhere. We're just talking about Reaper, and then all of a sudden,
and then you said Cowboys and Ambien. Hell of a name.
Yeah.
no, out of nowhere.
It was literally a non sequitur.
Well, yeah, because Nick responds to something Kyle said about the software we're going to use, and then it's quiet for a while. Then I just come in and say, grand, Ambien is a hypnotic. So what non-medical things induce sleepiness? I ask. Kyle, you say exhaustion. And I correct you. I'm like, no, potables or gob fillers.
Which at the moment I was driving Uber, so that made no fucking sense to me at all.
Nick opines, I don't think it's wise to make a drink that actually includes a sleep aid if it's alcoholic. Yeah. But
I was trying to be responsible just once.
But you did have an idea I liked. I don't think it's practical for our needs right now, but you did suggest, well, you said whiskey, sarsaparilla, and Texas Pete. And I said, Texas Pete, you say. I was intrigued. And then you just told me it's hot sauce. So I'm like, all right.
Not a euphemism.
Yeah, doesn't sound, but you one up that. My favorite idea so far, cheap beer flecked with mud and shot in the desert. Poured over a rattlesnake. So I'm like, damn, that really gets, that's a fine idea for a night on the town, but where does the Ambien part come in? And when the snake bites you. That's,
we have fun here.
That's yeah.
Now that I think about it, that sounds a lot like a menu entry on that when people hijack the Guy Fieri's American Bar and Grill.
Goddamn, I love that shit.
And they put that fake menu up there.
It's alarming to me though, is like the fact that like when Congress is able to sell my internet history, is someone's gonna see that I've searched what does Ambien taste like.
And you're gonna start seeing ads on your Google for like sleep aids and shit, or like suicide cocktails.
No, it's gonna be like,
yeah. I actually did spend some time thinking about it, and because I really wanted to be able to make somebody a Cowboys and Ambien, so I did still stick with a base of whiskey,
of course,
and I wanted sarsaparilla, but
it's hard to get.
You can't fucking find it anywhere.
Apparently.
So the closest I could get was just a really fancy root beer.
Which is surprising to me down in Tennessee. Isn't that like their whole frontier shtick?
No, they're all about moonshine, dude.
You would think. But I ended up with, to emulate the Ambien, or at least evoke the concept of Ambien.
That's the trick.
Because to actually add Ambien
Yes.
with root beer and whiskey would make what's called a starless night.
Oh, shit. Someone beat us to it then.
No. We're doing something else. The Ambien is figurative.
And so I went with a little bit of mint.
Yeah, I thought of that too. Actually, right here, beside my recording, my new sexy upgraded recording array, if you can't tell from the radically improved audio quality on this episode, I got what completes any professional work environment, a big stack of fucking booze all over my computer. So yeah, whiskey obviously is the cowboy part. We need the whiskey pretty much.
Right.
I got a suggestion on that, by the way, from someone. Hint, hint. But I got two. I'm not well stocked liquor wise, so I've got 2 agents that I'm going to experiment with here on the air. I've got banana liqueur and creme de menthe. So mint. I thought mint would be somehow mint does convey Ambien a little, right?
Well, if you go for sleepy time tea or something like that, it's got mint and chamomile and stuff like that.
Which I don't, because
actually I'm drinking exactly what I described earlier, and it's pretty good.
Sleepy time tea is the grossest shit in the world, though.
You guys are going with like trying to make a good drink, and like when I think Ambien, I looked it up, and it just all I could find was that it was just the shittiest thing possible. So I was trying to think like put like chalk or something in there that just makes it gross.
That was one suggestion I had, was throw like Tums in it, or
like
Alka-Seltzer,
Kyle,
to make it taste like medicine.
Kyle, you asked, like, I think you missed the spirit of this thing, because you replied at one point with like, what does Ambien taste like? And I'm like, fucking, I don't know, Kyle. Pills. It tastes like a pill. It's a sleeping pill. That's not like the essence of something that makes you sleepy when you drink it, which a lot of alcohol does.
Right.
And I think this thing has legs. I think someday, thanks to our efforts, someone can walk into a bar and go, I'll have a Cowboys and Ambien, please.
Right.
And they'll be like, what's in that? And they'll be able to say, because we're going to figure it out for them.
Right.
And so I got myself a little whiskey right as we speak, and I'm going to try with the creme de banana, the banana liqueur, because there's not a lot of uses for banana liqueur.
No, there's not.
I do want to say that I'm really annoyed that I'm not part of the team that decided to invent Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, because that is probably my new favorite drink now, because it is super good.
Speaking of which, actually, before we move on from Ambien, I remember the reason you changed the title to something, and I was infuriated because and you said, I don't think we can say that because it's copyrighted. And you know what? I looked it up. I checked. You think I show up to the rodeo with my dick in my hand and my lasso under the bed, but that's not. I looked up. The Ambien trademark is expired. They don't defend that shit anymore. The generic, that brand name is no longer used for the whatever the generic like chemical is called. They still make the shit, but it's not called Ambien anymore. So Ambien's up for grabs.
And you can also pair it with your whiskey and sarsaparilla.
No. So
make yourself a starless night, or known in more crass circles as a red ledger.
So the reason why I thought it was like it was because it was trademark.
Oh God!
It's because because the night train got demonetized because we.
Right, NyQuil, though.
Because
that's
we put
an
NyQuil
trademark.
all the fuck over the place. No, it's because I used some, like, I can't even fucking figure out what the hell I used. Some, like, obscure sound thing from some, something. I have no idea what the hell it came from.
Probably like the generic phone ringing sound or something.
It was some sound, and it's like, you can't use this sound. And it's like, can you prove that you paid for this? And I go, I don't even know what the hell sound this is. I tried looking up. It doesn't exist on the internet. It doesn't fucking exist. I tried to go to like Spotify. I tried to going everywhere, and it's not anywhere to be seen. And it's like, I try to listen to it. It's like, do you want to buy this? And I go, no, I don't want to fucking buy this, because I want to see if it's even the thing that it says it's supposed to be.
Well, Art fucked again by the system that doesn't love us. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna just down this whiskey and banana liqueur just to see what the baseline is.
Well, what kind of whiskey is it?
Test it out. It is garbage, but
no.
I'm not.
You have
I'm not
to
fucking
do
with the high. It's Seagram's 7 Crown.
Oh,
Oof.
bullshit! You got to do like Jack Daniels.
No,
dude.
shut up. I'm not gonna fuck with expensive
for something called Cowboys and Ambien. It has to be something cheap. Like I went with Dickel.
I like it already.
I was really close to just getting some Evan Williams, which is turbo cheap Tennessee whiskey, or is it Tennessee? Might be Kentucky. Either way, it's extremely cheap but surprisingly smooth, and I feel like that appeals to cowboys.
Dude,
that is yucky whiskey, I'll say. It needs to be a little more. It needs something. It can't be just that, because it basically just still tastes like whiskey with a hint of banana. Like,
well, I mean, you can't mix a liquor and a liqueur and expect anything that tastes good.
Well, I actually got the idea from, I looked up cowboy drinks, and one of them was whiskey, banana liquor, and a bunch of fruit juice, and apparently that's called a bandana. So I figured, okay, modifying that might be a good way to start. But here, I'm going to try the mint.
You got to put like a spritzer or something.
I'll give you a spritzer.
Speaking of spritzer, I just learned that there is a band, a metal band that is entirely dedicated to emulating the look of Ned Flanders.
I heard about that a long time ago.
They're called Oakley Dokley, and I
heard about it.
They have a song called "White Wine Spritzer," for which they have an official music video, and it's fucking beautiful. Where they get trashed, and they're just playing and screaming in this like pink Simpsons house, and they tear down the walls, and they just start destroying all the furniture. It's beautiful.
All right. Just to interject, I just took a slug of the cream de mint. Better. It tastes kind of NyQuil-y now. The minty, it's NyQuil-y, which I think is in the wheelhouse of the Ambien theme,
I like that.
Which is definitely what we're going for. Although, I don't have the tools available to me, but this morning, last night, I did my first round, actually. I cheated because I started mixing last night. My dad got mad at me because I was fucking around with his liquor cabinet, and when I explained what I was doing, I don't know if anger was subsumed by sheer disappointment, because I was like, he's like, what the hell are you doing to my liquor? Because like I don't drink usually, so he was like he's like very like what genuinely, what's going on? Why are you drinking all of a sudden? Like it's the middle of the day. I'm like, hold on, I'm making a drink. What? And like what drink? I'm like, I'm trying. It's hard to explain, right? Like I'm trying to make a drink called. I'm trying to invent a drink called Cowboys and Ambien. And he just like did that. He did that thing where like you shake your head and like close your eyes, like.
I believe it's not real.
You're trying to dispel the demons of what you just got told, like something that makes so little sense that your body convulses.
Shake the sound back out of your ears.
I imagine it's 10 times worse because you're fucking living with him, so it's just way more like just fucking depressed all the time because he's just like, that goddamn boy of mine. When's that goddamn boy of mine gonna get out of here? Now you're like,
he was a non-commissioned officer in the armed forces, and now he's my thought.
And now he tries to make drinks with stupid names, and that's what he does.
I looked out with him, but like. No, but he was confused. Like, wait, the drink is called Cowboys and Ambien. He was like, yes. But he's like, what the hell's in it? I'm like, no, we don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out. You start with a name and you work backwards and try to figure out what we're going to it. That's what I'm doing. And I need something that tastes kind of sleepy time or something. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's perfect.
And he confiscated the good whiskey. First off, all he would let me touch is the stuff I have here, the Seagrams. He's like, don't touch a good whiskey for this shit.
Damn.
Well, how are we supposed to know if it's going to be the right drink if you don't have the good whiskey?
Because if it's okay with a shitty whiskey, imagine what the good stuff will do.
And also, you wouldn't have good whiskey for a cowboy drink.
Yeah. But and that was the thing. So last night I tried just 2 drinks. I got home from Ubering. I hadn't eaten an hour, so it really helped. I took 2 drinks, first drinks I've had since New Year's, and I got absolutely shit-faced.
I can imagine.
And in the foog that ensued, I shot off an email to Dick Masterson with this great idea. I'm like, I don't remember what I said. It was like a flurry of text. I'm like, this is a funny idea, ha 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 ha. And then I got a message this morning, and it's just very stately. He's like, that's a good idea. I already made a drink for myself, but the other guys definitely need one. So, Cowboys and Ambien, what's a sleepy time liquor? And his suggestion first was Drambuie sounds like dream.
Oh!
And I looked up.
Well, Drambuie tastes like black licorice, which is the opposite of going to sleep. Unless it's the last sleep.
But I did look up Drambuie, and it sounds kind of like it's whiskey mixed with like honey and shit. And that kind of sounds like it's a good step in the right direction for this thing. Drambuie as a base with like maybe something minty to make it a little more NyQuil-y.
Right.
Also, maybe he goes on, maybe Frangelico, because it gives you that weird taste in your mouth before you sleep, and the bottle looks like a sleepy monk.
Well,
I've never heard of Frangelico.
So Keith, to try to go back to like what Ambien tastes like, thing that I learned is that a favorite concept of yours is actually very tied into what Ambien might taste like. Apparently, it tastes like copper as you're about to go to sleep. So So perhaps that's something that like can tie into it, because your favorite thing in the world is to say everything turns red, taste of copper is in your mouth. Yeah. So maybe try to
the room was spinning and I could taste metal.
Yeah, I don't say copper specifically. I just say I taste metal. But also, that's not my favorite thing to say. My favorite thing is probably my ass is near the airport. But well, I get what you're going for.
It's top 5 for sure.
Now, I also tried putting in. I tried putting in. Oh, fade to red is wonderful.
Yeah,
we need to do it more. But
that's your number 1.
Mixing whiskey. I tried cherry juice with like a cherry in there, and that didn't really work. But I'm not giving up on the idea yet. And copper, right? It tastes like blood, but that might be too esoteric. That might be too many stages removed. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. This has to be simple. You can't have to like get out a fucking pamphlet and explain to people what the drink is all about. Cowboys and Ambien. It's a tough cowboy drink, and it also tastes like something you drink to go to sleep.
No.
So,
and I feel like not only, I mean, we don't have to overcomplicate one drink because we have so many good titles that could be turned into a drink. Like, as much as I would probably dread the taste of that blue cacao, or however you pronounce it with that weird tail on the sea, I really think that Touched by Blue could be a good cocktail.
Oh, definitely, dude. I'll have a Touched by Blue.
And if anybody can give me a good proposed recipe for a whaling clockmaker, you will be my new fucking hero.
Dude, oh no, okay, so Touched by Blue.
That's why I think, like, if we had enough of I realized we can't do it because we don't have a big enough following, but if we did, we should have a contest and have like people submit their recipes for these titles and like have some kind of on-air. That's actually what I suggested to the Dick Show. Maybe he can get it, and maybe we can at least. Yeah, he's gonna have one maybe for like the people on his show, like an audio engineer and a mad cuck, where my brainstorm ideas. But yeah, maybe we could get him to try to feature the Cowboys and Ambien if we ever get some potential recipes down. What were you saying, motherfucker?
What was I saying? Oh, no, like for the blue, Touched by Blue, there's a fucking drink. Yeah. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. Like we'll just cut this out.
Oh, you motherfucker.
It's in the...
All right, hold on.
You're not even ready with your response, you son
I wasn't prepared for this.
I cut you off and everything, you fucking idiot. I was talking, I was gabbering away for like 45 minutes and you didn't do anything. What about when Nick was screaming for 25 seconds? Why didn't you take advantage of his existential spiral like we always do? That's what our whole enterprise is taking advantage of...
make something out of my own personal implosion.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys ready for this? I just looked. I don't know if like you guys even realized I was gone.
Okay.
So there's this drink.
We didn't.
That it's called Wild Blue. It's a blueberry flavored beer, and every time I have it,
gross.
I don't ever like. It's so sweet that you drink it, and then you're just like, "This is pretty good," and then you drink 4 of them, and then you're fucking dead. Because it's so strong.
Sounds good to me. Hey, that's good. You drink 4 and you're dead. It's like the age number for death.
It's like...
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
It's seriously like an 8.5%. And like every time I drink it, I always forget. And then like I get so drunk that like it ruins relationships. That's like what it should just really be called. It should just be called Relationship Ruin It. And then you just drink as many as you can.
That's kind of a lateral move for you.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if you just took like some blue cacao and poured it into a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew, then you've got the over-energized Sonic the Hedgehog vibe.
You gotta go fast.
There you go.
That's
pretty good.
Oh, you
or a Red Bull, blue cacao and Red Bull. And that's it.
That's true. And also, you can put speed in there.
Yeah, just a little bit of Sky Blue.
Or isn't there a blue vodka? Isn't there like a vodka that looks like Barbasol?
That's what the blue cacao is for. That's some sort of shitty sugary liqueur.
Ugh.
I did buy a big bottle of some blue vodka just because it was blue, and whenever I drank from it, I would tell my roommates, I like to imagine I'm chugging Barbasol because that's what I feel like doing right now. We had fun. It was a good time. We've been trying. My life mission now is to submit a bit to the Dick Show because I want to have a piece of that because it's so fun. Seems like everyone who gets involved in it has the time of their life,
right?
And also gets propelled into the stratosphere of success.
Yeah.
So if this little drink contest thing works, I hope that's like when I thought of that, when I just started mixing drinks together randomly at like 2 a.m, I'm like, holy shit, this is our dick bit. This is our dick show bit. We can do this on the dick show maybe somehow. Anyway, yeah.